It's your Pratte pack, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for a little football action. Sunday, the NFC Championship, as we're back at Four Brothers Brewing, of course, right here in this great community of New Brighton, Pennsylvania, where for many years, New Brighton would take on Beaver Falls, what they would call the Little Brown Jug. Well, this is a little bit of a different Little Brown Jug, and we'll tell you more about that when you're going to meet his brother, Dave. You already met Steve Petrucci and also Dave's lovely wife, Kathy. But what we're going to do now to start, if I can remember all of this, no notes, folks. Everything right here between the ears. Here we go. It's the NFC Championship game, 6:40 on Fox Television. And of course, it will be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, that Hall of Fame quarterback of the great Jerry Jones Dallas Cowboys, coming up, of course, with all the action. Now, here's how I see it. Now, earlier in the week, when I was at the Monaco SOI, I told you that Carolina would win. And then, when I was at Anthony Jr.'s in Coriopolis, I said that Arizona would win. I'm sticking with Arizona, and I'll get to that in a moment. But the 4-point spread, as we like to say, if you're betting on it for entertainment purposes only, is going to Arizona. They're getting 4 points. Now, Cam Newton, I believe, is the league's MVP. But Carson Palmer, as I said, is a close second. If he comes up big, he could maybe actually end up the league's MVP. But the bottom line is, whoever wins this game is going to be in Super Bowl 50, which is happening on February 7th at Levi Stadium in San Francisco, which is a good thing, okay? Super Bowl is great. We all love the big game. But this weekend is really, for those of us who love the brand that is, and it is America's game, the National Football League. You've got four of the best who've worked so much to get here. Now, the best part, as much as we would love to see the Steelers there, they're not. So the pressure's off, folks. So you can relax, enjoy, maybe take home some of these wonderful spirits that they have here. Get yourself a large D&G pizza, kick back, relax, stop in at Coons Market, make a big pot of chili, relax, bring the family over. It's all good, okay? But this is how I break down the NFC Championship game. This is my final look at it, and I'm going to tell you right now, Arizona, with the 4 points, is going to get the win. Now, Aaron Rodgers got back into that game against Arizona, which Arizona finally won 26-20. That should have never happened. He got the Hail Mary pass off. He got him back into the game. He's a great quarterback. He's a Hall of Famer, but that should have never happened. And I don't believe Arizona and Bruce Arians is going to let their defense let something like that happen again, even though Cam Newton is probably right now the most dangerous quarterback in the league when it comes to passing the football and running the football. He is a flat-out stud. There's no doubt about it. And they've got Jonathan Stewart in the backfield, 106 yards in their victory against Seattle. He is a big-time threat. But the one thing that Carson Palmer has, and I said this before, is Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald had 176 yards in their game against Green Bay. And 2 touchdown passes from Carson Palmer, okay? He did throw 2 picks. Can't let that happen again, because one thing you do not want to do in a championship game of this caliber is really give up any turnovers. And that's something that Cam Newton did not do against Seattle. And if he does that again, it's going to get interesting. But in the end, I believe, are you with me? I believe it will be Arizona in Super Bowl 50. Why? Because of one player. And I know you can't base a team on one player, but he is such an amazing athlete, the former Pitt Panther, who has that ability, as I said, to turn it up a notch in the big game. And we've seen it. And us Steeler fans remember him, right? From that big game, Super Bowl. He is matured to the point where I believe that he is willing to take the entire weight of this team and put it on his shoulders, because he realizes he's getting to that stage in his career. If he wants to make it, he's got to make it happen now. So take Arizona and the 4 points. Carson Palmer has reinvented himself because of the great coaching of Bruce Arians, who may be the coach of the year, former Steelers offensive coordinator, but it comes down to Larry Fitzgerald. Now that that's done, let's talk a little beer. And by the way, you can look for it in the bottle too, folks. New Brighton proud. It is Four Brothers Brewing. Come on over here. We're going to meet Kathy, of course, the lovely bride, and Dave Petrucci. And I always take care of the wives first, because that's smart business. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's great to see both of you. So, tell me a little bit, getting closer here, Brother Steve, so they can hear us talk. Here you are, and we all are, close to retirement age. And your husband says, my brothers and I want to start a brewery, in particular Steve. A lot of money goes into this. It can be a little scary.
It was a little scary, but I was encouraging them all the way.
you, how in the world, I talked to Steve, how in the world did you get from a guy brewing this at home with your four brothers, God rest Joe's soul, no longer with us, but John, of course, John and you and Steve, and you turn it into a business? How'd that start? You just decided to do it. Are you happy with the way things have turned out?
Yeah, and a lot of the people love us because we're local.
Right.
So they're very supportive, just like the back door power.
Rich.
They've been one of the instrumental people in getting us started.
Listen, Rich Engel, Teresa, his wife, I'm a cougar. Let me say this. All of the things that are happening with IPAs, microbrews, breweries like this, Brixton Brewery, what is it, Beaver Brewing Company, with Danny Woodsky, all of them, no matter what anyone says, you guys have to agree because of Rich Engel. Okay, we got Backdoor Tavern, Jay Woolley's, the Duke Milladine bar that he has now reinvented, and they're going to have a beautiful dining room very soon. What a great relationship there. And speaking of tap systems, at one time Duke Milladine had a 1938 tap system that he would serve nothing but Stoney's beer, and it was 35 cents a glass. That was about this big, and on New Year's Eve at 5:30, everybody sang Old Lang Syne, and he said, get out. All right, Jimmy K's, Jimmy Klein's, I absolutely love that place. My cousin Ricky Michaels owned it for years, the Brighton Pit and Pubs. King's Inn before that, Debo's Bar and Grill before that, Mr. Debo. Bowser's Restaurant. Thursdays has been one of the coolest places this region has seen, an old train station for decades. They do great work there. Now tell me about the front door as opposed to the back door. It's different as far as the ownership, right?
Well, Rich used to own the
Right.
front door until he sold it.
Okay.
It's a little smaller than the back door, but they still have a good variety of beers on there, and they've been very good with us too.
All right, Blue Marble. This is the place. I love Marilyn Monroe, and there's a picture of Marilyn Monroe in there, and I've been trying to get back in that place since a couple of Thanksgiving Eves. They're open. It's such a unique bar on the main drag in downtown New Brighton, right? I love that place.
It's very good.
All right, Kendra's. I've been in there. Great bands, lots of room, like, I don't know, 10, 15 pool tables. Good relationship there. Now, Bachtown and Monaca and Bachtown and Robinson, for those of us who like these Bach beers and IPAs and microbrews, they got great food. But I go back when Sal Diana had it as Humphreys many, many years ago. But they're doing extremely well with Bachtown and Monaca. I love the place. And the Corner Grill in New Brighton, folks. Father Tom Cradle's parents had a little supermarket across the street. You got Fifth Avenue Deli. Down the street, my grandmother lived. Outlook Point, 10th Street Bridge got you into Beaver Falls. Best roast beef sandwiches you'll find anywhere. And Trish Camp and a lot of folks who work up there love the Corner Grill. And yes, Dana and all of the wonderful folks at the Monaca Draft House, where in one form or another, off and on, I've been going for over a quarter of a century when Dominic Lucy owned it. They have such a great place, and they've got Saturday night, going back to the 80s. It's a big 80s night. Talk about these wonderful folks that you love as much as I do, Kathy, and they have done a great job.
Well, Denise and her husband Vic run it, and they had a tasting down there not too long ago. So they've been very instrumental in helping us get the word out too.
Guess what, folks? It's almost dark outside, so that means I can have a drink, okay? Listen, I love what they're doing here. Please come down and enjoy it. What are the hours? When are you here?
On Fridays at 6 to 10.
Okay.
And Saturdays noon to 10.
Okay, 6 to 10, noon to 10. Dave, thank you. Kathy, thank you very much. Great community, great people. And again, you go to your establishment, and if they don't have it on tap, tell them to get it. Four Brothers Brewing in New Brighton. So long, everyone, from your Pratte Pack. Enjoy the games this weekend.